Number 9. The Bard of Erin. This beautiful green harp, decorated with gold shamrocks, is the very harp that was played and owned by Thomas Moore, the Bard of Erin. Even if you've never heard of Thomas Moore, you'll know his songs, like The Minstrel Boy, The Last Rose of Summer, and Believe Me of All Those Endearing Young Charms, a song so well known it even featured regularly in Bugs Bunny cartoons. Thomas Moore was a poet and songwriter, a singer and entertainer. Scotland has Robert Burns for its national poet, and we have Thomas Moore. He was born in Dublin in 1779, not far from here in Ainger Street. He went on to become a colourful society figure and an international celebrity, and some of the great composers of the day set his poetry to music. Moore went to school in Grafton Street and then studied classics at Trinity College, which had recently lifted its ban on Catholic students. Next, he moved to London to study as a barrister, but he quickly found success as a writer. He was so popular that at 24 he was rewarded with a position in Bermuda. But Bermuda was too quiet for him, and after a few months he appointed a deputy in his place and went off on a tour of North America. Unfortunately, the deputy stole the enormous sum of £6,000, and years later, Moore and his family had to spend several years in Paris until the debt could be paid off. Moore wrote numerous collections of poems, as well as several serious biographies, including the lives of Irish playwright Richard Brinsley Sheridan, the United Irishman Lord Edward Fitzgerald, and his great friend Lord Byron. But Moore is best remembered for his Irish melodies. These haunting songs of love and loss were hugely popular. The Last Rose of Summer sold over 1.5 million copies in the US alone. The songs were published in several volumes over a period of about 25 years, and they often combined Moore's lyrics with old Irish harp music and sparked a new interest in the Irish harp around the world. In 1811, Moore married an English actress, Bessie Dyke, and they had 5 children. But all 5 died relatively young, and this was Moore's great sadness in later life. Living in England, he was not eligible to be a full member of the Royal Irish Academy, but in 1846 he was elected an honorary member for his poetical excellence. This harp was made specially for him by John Egan, an instrument maker, whose workshop was near here at number 30 Dawson Street. Egan specialised in small harps, and he had a warrant from King George IV, hence this is a royal portable harp. Moore died in 1852 and he's buried near his Wiltshire home. After his death, his widow gave the Academy part of his library, nearly 2,000 books in all.
Moore's library is a really interesting gentleman's library of the 18th, 19th century. It comprises a really broad collection because Moore had very Catholic tastes in reading and research. He used to read plays and books aloud to his wife in the evening before she went to bed, and it's really lovely to think of him reading from some of the books we have here now. It gives us a very intimate connection with Moore.
Librarian Siobhan Fitzpatrick and her colleagues organised a special exhibition in 2008 to mark the 200th anniversary of the first publication of Moore's Melodies. Ask in the library to see the lovely accompanying book. And now, sit and enjoy one of Moore's melodies. Our next track is an instrumental version of the beautiful Coolin, with pianist Una Hunt and violinist Fionnuala Hunt, from their album Irish Fantasy.